Good day, my viewer. You are welcome to Eko Learners Support for WAEC and NECO candidates. Here again, we want to have another section of government, and the topic for today is the structure and organization of governments. But before we go, at the end of this lesson, students will be able to, 1, to explain the meaning of legislature. 2, mention and explain the types of legislature. And 3, highlight the functions and importance of the legislature. Now, when we talk about the government, the structure of governments, government has 3 organs, in which through these 3 organs, governments make policy, implements policy, interprets law. And these 3 organs that we have under these structures are named: 1, the legislature; 2, the executive; and 3, the judiciary. These are the 3 organs of the government. But now we want to examine one of these organs, which is the legislature. What is legislature? Legislature refers to the organ of government that makes law for peace and progress and security of a state. Commonly, what we know them is lawmakers. They are lawmakers. They are the organs of government that makes laws that pass bill. Legislature has different names in different countries. For example, in Nigeria, it is called National Assembly. In our country here, it is known as National Assembly, in whereby we have the Senate and our House of Reps. And also in United States of America, it is called the Congress. And in Britain and Pakistan, for example, they are called parliaments. Now we want to look at the types of legislatures. We have 2 types of legislation. Number 1 is called Unicameral legislature, or you can call it Unicameralism. And the second one is Bicameral legislature, or you can call it Bicameralism. Now you want to look at the first type, Unicameral legislature. Unicameral legislation. When we talk of this unicameral legislation, we have examples of countries that practice this, in which they are Ghana, Greece, Bulgaria, Israel, etc., and other countries that they practice this one-house chamber. And the advantages of this unicameralism, I told you earlier that you can call it unicameral legislature or unicameralism. It is the same thing. Advantages are it quickens legislative process, as bills need to be considered by a single chamber, because it is one chamber, one house. All of them are there together, not whereby they are being divided, where one will pass it to the other one. So it makes them to pass bills, that is laws, quickly. 2, it is unique. It is quite cheap to run because it is one house. So it is cheap to run. And also, all members are often democratically elected. That is, all the members in unicameralism are elected by the citizen. It is not whereby they are appointed, but they are elected by the citizen before they can become a member of that chamber. And lastly, It removes conflicts because it is one. So it reduces conflicts among the members of the House. Now we move on to the disadvantages of unicameralism. Number one, it may lead to hasty passage of obnoxious bill, since there is no check on the power of the single house. That is, no division, no opposition that is checkmating whatever they are doing. Two, it makes it easier for the executive arm to control and dictate to the legislature, because both the executive and the legislature, they are all in the chamber. So it might be very it makes the executive to dictate for whatever they are going to do, because they are parts of the house. So the executive can dictate whatever they are doing, and this will affect their decision. And thirdly, it is not suitable for a federal state where equality of state is often reflected in the upper house. That is, anywhere that they are using federal system, it is not suitable for it. Where we have division, we have levels, it is not suitable for it. And lastly, it may encourage tyranny, what we call dictatorship. Now we go to the second type of legislature, which is known as bicameralism or bicameral legislation. Yes, when we look at this type, for example, in Nigeria, that we are using bicameralism, we have two units, two chambers. The upper class, which they are known as the Senate, in which we have in Nigeria 109 members. 109 members in the Senate. And while under the lower class, which is the House of Rep, we have 360 members. And this, just for you to know, for example, in case of questioning objectives. Now we move on to the merits of bicameralism. Number one, it creates room for equal representative of units in a federal state, because we have chambers, they have constituencies that they come from. So equality is there. That from each constituency, how many members, and it must be equal. Two, it rewards meritorious service. That is, they merit whatever they are doing based on their experience. You see, all this legislature, there's some 10 years, 15 years. From each constituency, they are being voted for to represent them. So they have a lot of experiences that they gathered in order to represent the people over there. Three, it allows a thorough look at a bill before it is passed into law. Because there are two chambers, from the lower class, they will look at the bills before they pass into law, before it could be passed to the upper class. It is not one-sided, the two. So they have to look it thoroughly before they pass it into law. Four, minority groups are represented and protected. When you look at the House, you will see that they have the minority, not the political party that they have the larger seats that they are there, as they have for the political party that dominates the House. Likewise, the minority, they have their leader, so that there will not be impartiality. So all these groups are represented in the House. And lastly, it prevents executive control. because executive is not part of the member of the legislature. They stand alone, and from two different views, they view whatever they are doing. It's one of the merits. Now we go to the disadvantages of bicameralism. One, it delays legislative process. Why? Because it comes in two chambers. One has to pass it first. All of them, for example, in Nigeria, as we said that in lower class we have 360 members. They will all deliberate, and the larger yes, we say yes to it, that they will take that before they pass it to the other house. So it takes a lot of time. They cannot make quick decision. Two, it is expensive to run. Look at all these members, for example, in Nigeria, 360, 109, have almost 500 members. So it's expensive to, just like duplication of works. So it's expensive to run. It's one of the disadvantages. And also it can lead to unnecessary rivalry. Yes, because all the members they are politicians. They are democratically elected by their people. So one will say, yes, we are the one. We are there. We know this. We know this. So it could cause conflicts among the two chambers. And lastly, it may serve as dumping ground for those who lost election. Some that maybe they vie for posts of governor, or these aspirants, they don't have their way, and they will come back to come and be part of the legislature. They will come there to come and serve as maybe a senate or rep for their constituency. Now we go to the functions or importance of the legislature as a whole. Number one, lawmaking is the first thing. The main function of legislature is to make laws. Two, policy approval. Whatever policy that they made, the government made, they are the one that will approve it before they can now execute to implement it. And also it approve appointments. When we talk about the appointments by the executives, it is not just the executive, for example, the president or the governor will just say, these are my cabinets. These are the people that will work for me. The legislature has to approve those appointees before they are there. Four, it investigates the activities of the other two arms of government, which are the executives and the judiciary. The legislature sees to what executive and judiciary are doing, though they are standing alone, they are separate organs, but they checkmate the activities of these organs of government. And also it bridges the link between the executive and the people, because all these members, they are from their constituencies. So they stand in between the government and the people that elected them to be in that seat. And six, financial control through budgeting and auditing. Not that the executive will bring out their budgets, but they have to scrutinize the budgets that the executive presents before it could be approved. And also removal of the executive through impeachment. So if the executive, for example, the governor, the president, is not doing it right, through them, the citizen will exercise their power by impeaching, that bringing them out from their post, what we know as recall.
Acing your WAEC and NECO examinations has been made easy by the Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education with the Eko Learners Support for WAEC and NECO Candidates television program. Join seasoned teachers as they take you through these core subjects. targeting the exact syllabus of WAEC and NECO. Watch Eko Learners Support for WAEC and NECO candidates through these social media platforms to access more educational content and give their feedback. Eko Learners Support for WAEC and NECO candidates. Pass your examinations with flying colors.
Eko Learners Support, a support program of the Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education for WAEC and NECO candidates.
Before we go, let us examine the practice question. Number 1, mention the functions of the legislature. 2, explain the merits of bicameral legislature. And these are the answers to the question, the functions. Law-making policy, that is, the legislature makes laws. It approves appointments. Also, it serves as link between the executive and the people, and it scrutinizes the expenditure of the government through auditing and budgeting. Now we go to the merits of bicameral legislature, which are equal representation because they come from different constituency. 2, it creates room for experts. 3, it rewards meritorious service. 4, it prevents executive control. When you look at all this, they are the merits or advantage of bicameral legislature. I believe that you have 1 or 2 comments about to pass to us. You can kindly visit one of our social media platform as it is displayed on the screen. Thank you and see you next time.